Squeaky door, the smoke. Okay, what's he got up his sleeve?
Well, I'm not sure, but I do love the fact that we have NiP versus a French lineup. This is a rivalry as old as the game itself.
Absolutely.
Go. That is not necessarily, not 1.6.
Yeah.
Or it could not be, but I'm going to go with a strong bet that it is. Hedge against me all you like. I wonder what Betway says on those odds. As Exist will take down Body. MBK gets the only one back. Look at Rezi again. He's got 2. But MBK has more to do. He's found his 3rd in the round, and it's down to Forrest, who's formerly a Pister Master. I'm not going to give him that claim anymore. It's been a while. Am I? Yes, maybe I did that on purpose. Huh? Reverse psychology, Forrest. Yeah, you heard me. Let's go. Down to MBK. He's looking for a 4th and the final in this round to give G2 the pistol, to give them the win and momentum. Remember, they had a massive comeback against Tyloo today. It was a slow start this time. It's a little better. Hold for Draken. Blood on the wall from his first victim. He's looking for more. He's got more. Body goes down. That's bomb in the sight. 37 seconds. They've got to go deep to get the bomb back as well. Wait for it, because they're going to try. Draken will step up to find MBK. He's going to go for another as well. He's got shocks. The new boys are certainly coming to play for NiP. It's Kenny that's going to be running to try and save the AWP in the corner. Swing any direction he likes as MBK boosted back up inside of the vents. His timing is impeccable as well as he gets Apex and Kenny. No one even ready to fight back until Body gets an angle that catches him off, trying to find another. Look at this spray down from MBK. Get right. Eat those bullets. How do you like those tomatoes, Hank?
Love them.
They're actually tomatoes. Rez in the back of the site has to make up for the fact that Get Right never even got to fight, to be clear. He was taken out before he arrived. Stopped to spray for a second and it cost him, but Rez is stepping up for the same position Draken did last round. He finds MBK, and his Body jumps up inside of the site. The man we just mentioned will find him as well. Get Right.
He manages to help himself to that area. Indeed, Draken this time towards middle, looking to challenge, but Body finds the first frag, maybe a second as well as he inflicts damage towards Draken, but he's fighting back. Nice shot to take on Apex.
Shot indeed. Watch Draken trying to pop up
How's
behind
he
the spool.
How?
Kenny keeps him alive by killing Body.
What?
And it all gets rather awkward from there, if I'm completely honest with you. But it is going to be a man advantage from G2. Shocks, NBK, and Kenny. Quite a trio, I have to say, against Forrest and Rez. I don't know if we can call that a duo just yet. We'll see how they make out in this particular round. I guess Rez doesn't really want to partake. He wants to watch from the Master. 1 versus 3 for Forrest. G2 looking for round 4. And NiP, I don't even think they'll fancy their chances on this one.
Probably not. Just Forrest here. M4, sure. Forrest making the way towards the B side.
That's the massive aspect of it. He gets so
There
far
it is.
out, and he gets Kenny. That works out well. Now, they give up middle in doing this, but knowing that B is stacked up and safe, A is covered off, and he's going to rotate back inside of the site, they should be expecting this. You'd have to expect. Problem is that it's still such a powerful position, and there's only 2 in the A site. So if they start to find kills at highway, which Shocks does against Exist, they can still work this. Oh, but they think with the smoke down, they don't know which way to go. They may have forced out a rotation on this and
Look at
found B. Get right. He's got to slow down because he's making a ton of noise. Apex knows he's here. Apex has absolutely heard him. He's slowed up. Now, Apex does have the bomb, so going down, Get Right has done well because they'll smoke that off 31 seconds. That should secure the round.
It's looking much better from NiP at this point. They knew they had to make something happen towards that squeaky door position as well. Draken short, it's a huge risk, but with UMPs, no utility, he had to make that frag happen. He gets all the information.
Shocks gonna wait in the cubby. AWP at the ready, but it's a tight angle. We know Shocks loves these angles. We know that he's gone down drop before. On cobblestone this time, he'll find above the white box. Forrest half exposed, and now he's fully nude. Let's Get Right backs off, tries to spray down toward the vet. Kenny's got him back with a Tech 9. This is looking good for G2 to open up middle. It's all on to Exist. Damage done, but no kill exchanged. And he's going to go for the reload. This brings Rez the next on highway. Nowhere to hide for him, but he does at least get one back on Kenny. But after all the damage, why challenge? They're going to back off, flash him out. He's locked in behind the ticket booth. They'll go back in for the challenge, and they time it well.
Shoxy doing God's work there. Very good stuff. Managing to get that boost up, find the first pick, and then at that point his teammates joining him, doing damage towards the sandbags player as well. It's going to be a 3 versus 1. Draken had some great rounds so far, but he's going to be in B. This round's done. And he gets the first shot. Draken once again making things happen at the start of the round. He's been great so far.
Get Right tries to spray down Apex. Gets one, but goes out. Kenny finds it in return. Forrest Really gets away with getting Kenny. It's down to just Shocks, and that's quite a fast round from NiP. Minute 26. We're down to one player left on the T side. That's how fast the CTs took back mid. The boost from B works out brilliantly. Shocks isn't going to find much. NiP is going to find round 4.
Absolutely. Back and forth action. I love it. The force buys working out, and the big plays coming in for the likes of the younger players. Draken towards B once again. Finds that first orb shot. The boost in the as you mentioned as well. G2 trying to bully that mid position, but caught with the trousers down as Forrest comes from the vent. Going to be Shoxy the last player remaining. Not so much anymore though. Rez and Draken to receive. All 5 players for G2 coming in. Molotovs, smokes deployed. Can they hold them off?
Draken, good shot. Finds body. NBK. Let's get one of the CZ. They're getting so close. In fact, NBK stops up because he's worried about having a Draken still behind him. Pressure on him, I guess, to hit the shot with the scope, but the scope's do all the work. It's the AWPs.
Himself in a sandbag position. Bangs towards Squeaky Door, but Draken once again opening things up. The orb's causing chaos here. 2 frags.
Body. Good opener to find Exist. I had it written all over it, but I hesitated to say so for a minute because when he jumped up, he can get his aim reset as soon as the peak came in. He still manages the kill.
Hello.
Goes back for more on Get Right, but Draken this time was completely concealed, covered off and overlooked. Catches out Apex. Bomb will go down. Watch the tag back because Draken's on 15. Body swings back to find Forrest. So it's all level playing. Truck to cover off the cross. Oh, Molotov, careful, MBK. Walks into it, takes substantial damage as they try and fight on to trade it out, but Draken's got the better angle. Good shot, MBK, but he can't catch off Rez.
Oh, Threats loving it.
And they're putting themselves in a position at aim where putting out utility, you're going to leave smokes out of the equation at least toward quad because you want to find the pick, and even though you put smokes toward the truck, Exist finds you through them. Down goes MBK. Get Right has already used the smoke to his advantage to sneak in behind him as well, and Shocks has no idea. He'll take the damage from the flames because he just wants to find body instead.
Coming out towards highway, that little jump, that infamous jump towards the box. Get Right gets one, but answered back by body.
Forrest still waiting in the corner. Kenny wants to go in with the Tech 9. He won't check this. What he could do is bait himself in. You got a follow-up trade. Really a deal when you're down a man and you've got AKs to work with. In they go. Forrest doesn't wait. Just takes the first. Sprays down a second as well. Kenny gets a response, but Kenny?
Here we go.
Still giving himself a chance. Finds a follow-up on Exist. I was going to say he was going to get traded back, but he's ready for the peak. Gets the bomb. Goes for the fast plant to cover off at A main. And there's split 1-1 retake. Truck and A main for the CTs. An AWP for Drake, and he's the one sneaking in, and he's going to get the angle as well because Rez engages first. NiP, much to the delight of our last half of the night. We say that.
The Dayman's coming.
Yeah, well, yeah. Dayman's coming. Overtime's coming. Get Right is coming. He's marching on, in fact. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the Forest in the pistol round. He'll take down Apex as well toward the truck. It's body and Shocks. That's all that remains for G2. And NiP, they won so many gun rounds in the last half. Some anti-ecos as well, obviously, considering the scoreline, but they did not win the pistol. This time could do better and put themselves on 11 rounds early. Potentially put themselves on 13 rounds. If they can convert them all, just Shocks to say anything of it, and they're already swarming over his position.
His position to look towards Squeaky Door. Might get something going here. It's going to be MBK to strike first. Very good on the A-bomb side. Finds 2 frags. And an Existo fighting back, but it's not quite enough. Bomb dropped. And Drake and Get Right out of position, excuse me.
So on and so forth. But running toward the site like that's not going to help them, especially if they're low on it, because Shocks knows he's coming. Sprays him down. That should secure the round. Bomb and A. Draken at that point is really just looking for a hope that he can slip through B and get undetected.
Still within a shout of this round. Get Right. 1 point the master of clutches. Can't find any form just yet, though.
Could be 2 in a row for G2. If NiP were able to win this, it would have been a massive round for them. 14 and a quick reset. Molotov out. Get Right. Reads it. Takes down MBK. Oh, timing from Exist. He actually had the angle right, but this might still work because Apex makes a ton of noise going highway. Exist is hesitant to strike, but he at least calls that, yes, there is one more going toward A, and he'll slip out late. Apex is not quite going to be in the open. He'll expect him to be at the forklift, so he calls it. Forrest finds it, and now they start to converge on the site. Kenny's got to back off because they've opened up the A site entirely, and he can't afford to be there alone. This is very good from NiP. It all starts from Get Right's pick and patience from Exist as Kenny starts to walk back in. Smoke down top highway, gap over toward its left as it fades. Get Right's got the angle, and they've pulled this back from a 5 versus 3. The old guard's got new tricks.
Yeah, apparently so, but Shoxy, though, looking to shut them down. He's got the kit. He's coming in from highway as well. 2 players low HP. He gets the first kill. We've got a chance, but Forrest says no. A resounding no as NiP find their 14th round. Yeah, this is looking good. The A pins will be coming in map towards highway. Forrest watching the connector as well. Everything set up perfectly. It's Kenny S and Apex. And caveat really is the rifle waiting for the other side, but Exist, he doesn't care. Finds the first shot. MBK going down. Surely this is the round. Overtime. It's going to be the next step for G2. Now it comes down to the 3-on-1. Shoxy, P250. I don't think he delivers this one. It's going to be 15th round for NiP, guaranteed. So like I said, G2 now 9 rounds in a row. And his teammate as well, Shoxy, waiting with the pistols in hand. Body at the headshot position. He's called that for a reason. First shot comes in. It's Forrest to get it as well. Double frag for him. This is going to be it now, but Apex fighting back, doing decent damage. Finds 1 kill. 4-on-2 now as Rez pushes towards CT spawn. I don't think it's going to be enough. That's it. NiP will indeed take down G2. A convincing performance. They were down 0-3 as well. The final score will be 16-6. They're looking sharp right now. Draken especially. Great performance on the CT side. I have to say, though, that was not a G2 I've ever seen before. They looked very uninspired. No one really stepping up at all. The T side was pretty weak across the board. But here it comes, the final kill, Matt. I was hoping that would time a little bit better, but there we go. Final kill comes in. NiP fired up. It's nice to see Gero with a smile on his face.
Yeah, it's been a while. Very long while, especially for him. He's had a long road back.
Yeah.